Improvisation series. So this is the first part of, I don't know how many videos. Let's see how many we get in the end. But this is the first one, and I think it's going to be kind of fun. So what I'm aiming to do is basically give away all my secrets, bit by bit. So when improvising, you are essentially composing on the spot, yes, and I've talked in previous videos about ear training, and Sax class have talked about that too. The more you can realize what's in your head on the instrument, the better. So you do want to keep going with your ear training, working tunes out all the time. Work out Mary Had a Little Lamb, work out Summertime, nice simple tunes, ideally in all 12 keys. But another handy trick kind of gets you out of a scrape. When you run out of ideas, no, that's terrible, not when you run out of ideas. When you want to crowbar in something a little bit more polished, it's nice to have a lick that fits well with the kind of style of music you're playing. So I have, I don't know, maybe 10 in my back pocket that I know by heart, any key, they're under my fingers, I can play them in any register, and I can just pop them into my improvisation when I want. So we're going to start with the first one today, which is my favorite major lick. So I'm going to start off just doing a little bit of noodling, and I'll bring it in a few times. I mean, obviously you're not going to use it over and over again, but I'm going to bring it in a few times just to see if you can spot it. So this is just a nice bossa nova backing track. The link will be in the description so you can get this track. And here's me improvising. I'm in G major for alto sax, and then I'm going to noodle about with something like this. G major for a start. So G, B, D, great big dog, as I call it, to remind myself what the notes of the arpeggio are. G, B, D. Then we go, so that's the first, the third, and the fifth from the scale. And then we use the sixth. And then we use the 9. That's the main gist. I'll normally finish it off with the tonic, the G, and then maybe back to the 6 again, just because it's a bit out there, a bit unusual. I first started using this lick because it kind of reminded me, it was, I don't know, back in like 2010 when that song Forget You was everywhere, and it reminded me of I Pity the Fool, and I was like, I love that little soul lick, and I sort of ended up playing it by accident and then loved it, and now I use it a lot. So just to go through those notes again, in G for alto, G, B, D, E, A, and then maybe finish it off with a G and an E. So, I pity the fool. Sounds a little bit like that. So now, when to use it? Let's just do one more example. I'm going to have a little play. And I want you to start listening to me using it. Again, I wouldn't use it this often, but just kind of gets me out some scrapes when I need a bit of structure. Okay, so I'm in G, I'm improvising. Now, let's talk about how to first of all learn by heart. The best way you want to learn this lick by heart is to think about it in numbers. Then you can translate it to any key. So hopefully if you're watching this video, you've mastered all 12 keys. There are 12 keys to master, 12 different scales. I would highly recommend you practice all 12 major scales first before trying out this major lick. And then try translating this into all 12 keys. So you're taking the first from the scale. So when we were in G, that was G. First from the scale, the third from the scale, the fifth, sixth, ninth, so one beyond your octave, then back to your octave, and then back to your sixth. I would recommend you write this down and then write it out in all keys and try practicing it in all keys. So all I did to find that backing track, I just went onto YouTube and I Googled the correct key and I looked for Latin. Latin is often major, so you want to make sure it's major. If you look for anything bluesy, it's likely to be minor, and then your lick that I've just taught you isn't really going to match. So make sure you find a major. If you don't already know, the alto sax is a transposing instrument. So again, Google will tell you more about this, but you need to make sure that your backing track is in concert pitch, not the pitch for your alto. So if you're in G, you need it to be in B flat. So you are looking for a Latin track in B flat, and the one I used there will be linked below for your reference. Now, if you get that far and you manage to play them in all keys and you found backing tracks and practiced it in all keys, you could even take it one step further, my friend. I quite like doing this one up in the gods, so using it as an altissimo lick. So you'd be going right up to your altissimo A and your altissimo G, which is quite fun. I would recommend you watch a video on altissimos first before you try this, so that you know the fingerings that work for you and work for your instrument. But I'm just going to quickly finish off with an example of how effective that can be if you know this lick inside out, and you can learn it up in the altissimos as well. It's super fun. So here it comes. Just to finish this off, we're going to need some volume for this, I think. Woo! So I'm going to be improvising. I might use it once or twice, and then I'm going to try and use it up in the gods. Here we go. More videos such as this, where Ches reveals all of her secret licks, and you'll start hearing them in other videos of mine now. You're like, oh yeah, that's that lick she always uses. Oops. So hopefully it was useful for you, and I look forward to revealing my favorite minor lick. I think might be the next video. So watch this space, coming at you soon. Cheery, bye. Bye.